Hey everyone, today I'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie core class Ravage. And sorry I didn't have this guy in the package. When I bought him from Walmart, I was very excited, so I opened him up. And I absolutely love this little guy. But taking a look at the packaging, as you can see, it is a open area, so you can basically touch all in there. And I made sure to see if all the accessories were in the box, and they were. But there is like a background thing in there that you can take out if you want to do that. I think you can take it out. Can you take it out? Hold on. Yeah, you can take that background out. From what I believe, you can do that. But it is right there. You got the Decepticon logo right there. Transformers Bumblebee. Transformers on the side. Ravage right there. Extending the camera up, you do have an image of Ravage right there on the little peg thing. On the back, you got product shots of him in Robo mode and his it's not a cassette, but the thing that will go in Soundwave's chest mode. And the Transformers in 11 steps. You got words and stuff and things, and you got barcode at the bottom on the side. You got close up of his face, other side, another image, and top Transformers Bumblebee. So since I already opened him, yes, take a look at Ravage himself, and this is a very nicely done little figure. Now zooming in a bit so we can take a look at those awesome paint apps and details. The eyes painted very nicely. I really like that. The yellow is done really good, and the red is done really nicely as well. Just zoom out so like it can be in better quality. But the red is done really nice. I just push the camera up. It's done really nicely. Really love that. More of that silver and kind of like a metallic bluish to it as well. Looks really, really awesome. Really love that. Kind of metallic bluish just a little bit. But red right there, red on top, silver on the back. And he does have a posable mouth, which is nice as well. And you got some more sculpting and details around the legs and stuff. Looks really, really good. Now, sometimes it can be a bit hard to get him to stand up. You gotta like align it kind of perfectly without him like teeter-tottering off to the side, as you can see there. It is difficult to do, but you can do it eventually, like so. I mean, he is you can kind of do it. But getting back to the details, more of that red paint and white, and the Decepticon logo right there. And then you got some like spine detail on the top. Same thing on this side of the leg. On this side, more white. There's some silver done. Oh, that's not even silver. Never mind. It's just the way the light hits it. It looks like it's silver. But some red right there. You got the back legs. The tail as well, and the bottom looks perfectly fine. So, yeah. Very nice details on this guy. More than I expected to for a $10 figure. For his accessories, comes with quite a few, honestly, for a guy this small. It comes with this little thing, which is for Soundwave, but it's done in silver. You can put it at the bottom here by putting these lights up so I can show you what they meant for you to use this with. Is Soundwave here, and then you plug it onto the little thing right there for a more G1 accurate gun if you want to use this as a gun. But honestly, I just throw this in the accessory bin for me because I'm not really going to use that, honestly. But it's a nice inclusion for the people that want to use it. He also comes with this missile launcher thing, which I assume this is. But there's some silver right there and some silver on the top. And this does peg into the top here in his cat mode. Honestly, this kind of looks like a dog and not a cat. It really does just look like a wolf. And also, of course, since Ravage, he comes with his hip guns, which do plug into the hip like so. And that just completes the look. looks really, really awesome. For some size comparisons, we will get Ravage here compared next to, of course, his companion, his master, Soundwave, and I think this is a good size comparison-ish look to it. I would get Optimus Prime in here to compare it next to him, but he's all the way at the top of the shelf, and I do not know where my ladder is. I don't ask how I lost the big-ass ladder, but I somehow did. And yeah, so I can't even reach up there, and I could use my bed, but I cannot reach all the way across there trying to get him. I can't find anything else to stand up there and get him, so he's just gonna have to stay up there and stay out of this and not be in this size comparison portion of the video. But for a deluxe class size comparison, here he is next to the Bumblebee Ratchet figure, which review coming soon, guys. Stay tuned for that. What a beautiful figure this is. But you could see that size comparison. That's how we compare it next to a deluxe. And for people that want to see Ravage compared next to a vehicle, the only one I have in vehicle mode here is Tracks. Doesn't really match with the aesthetic, but this is the only transformer I had in vehicle mode. So here's next Tracks. Also review coming soon. Stay tuned for that if you're looking forward to it. But yeah, articulation, there is a hinge at the mouth. See right there. Can open about that wide. Head can look up and down, and there's a ball joint at the front leg, so you can get it to rotate all the way around and also out just slightly. Hinge at the elbow part of it and hinge at the ankle. From the back legs, you do get some in and out and some rotation, and you do get a bend at the knee and a bend at the little ankle part and a bend at this foot. So, and also a hinge at the tail. So some pretty good articulation points. You can get in the running pose if you want to. But pretty awesome. Just pretty awesome figure in general, really. But now getting into a transformation. And when that, of course, you want to remove all of this and this as well. So first we want to do is just take the head, push it into there, and then we want to just hinge these arms up for clearance. Then you want to take this, hinge this hip part up. That will unlock this section, and this would just hinge, go all the way up in there, shorten this out. So it could be closer to there. Then you want to take this right here, the instructions tell you to do. You peg it into there with the silver part facing the head, and take the tail, hinge that forward, and then push that right there. You want to take the feet, this peg right here will go into that hole right there. Just peg that in, and take this, another hole right here will go into that peg it into there like so. Then you want to do the same stuff on the other side, like so. There you go. And then take the missiles and plug these onto the little ports on the tail. And there's Ravage in his I guess you could call it cassette mode if you want to. I'm just going to call it as storage mode, so you can store in Soundwave's chest. Not really much to talk about here. It's just basically a fucking brick. But I will demonstrate, of course, of how you put it in the chest. So of course you want to press this button and just shove it in there, and then close it up, and then there you go. It gives the figure a lot more weight too, as well. But it looks really, really epic in this in Soundwave's chest. You can recreate that scene, the Ravage eject, if Soundwave can push his own button, but he can't. But you can just do it yourself. So very cool figure. So overall, this is a fun little toy here. I really let me just straighten out. I really love this little Ravage figure. It's really cool, really awesome. Uh, Quite a lot of detail for such a little guy. And honestly, I really do think this is worth $10. Not only is the transformation, well, the transformation is very simplified, but of course it should be, because all he's doing is just gonna shove into Soundwave's chest. But it is very fun just to fiddle around with this thing. Not so much to transform it, since it is very simple, like I said, but just to like fiddle around this thing, put in a couple little poses and stuff, and just like look at all the nice detail that it has. That it has on it. It is very nice, and I really like it very much. So overall, this figure doesn't even have any issues. So obviously, I'm just gonna give it like a 10 out of 10, because this is a very enjoyable figure to mess around with. So, but anyway, that's it for this review, guys. I see you on Wednesday. So bye.